Hello, beautiful people. I have unfortunately reached absurd levels of procrastination. How, Jonna? What do you mean? Well, Anime NYC is this weekend, and I was supposed to do about 6 different things for it. Now I have to narrow it down to 3 and see if I can get it done in 4 days. Today is Sunday. What I need to do before Thursday is make a chopper hat for my sister, make something for me to wear, because right now I have my costume from last year, which I was going to just reuse anyway because it was expensive. I'm not going to get one use out of it. One little costume I might can just kind of like makeshift a little bit if I run out of time. But there's a third costume that I really want to do, but I have to make it because I ain't got no money on. And so in order for me to have any fun on, I got to do it myself. In addition to my procrastination for those projects, I have another big project that I'll talk about in another video, but this is the one about Anime NYC. So let's see if I can do it. So day one was primarily just getting into the flow state of making the base of the chopper hat. I didn't really record super much because it was actually really late when I started filming this little part. I ended up just crocheting for the rest of the night, but I didn't record it. So just enjoy this little part right here and then we'll go on to the next day. Hello. I finished the base of the chopper hat. I just basically have to figure out how to stiffen it because it's like really loose right now. I want it to sit on, my sister said, like a top hat. I have to add the little accoutrement. So like the X, the antlers, and the ears. I'm gonna try to use this, what's it called? Cornstarch solution to paint onto it and then see how that goes. So come with me. For the cornstarch mixture, you're gonna take 2 cups of water. I put 1 cup in this little cup. Then you're gonna need your cornstarch and your 1/4 cup. You're gonna mix your 1/4 cup of starch into your cup of water. And then you're gonna mix real good until it's fully combined. Once the water has started to simmer in the pot, you're gonna pour that slurry mixture into the pot. With a whisk, you're gonna stir that mixture and you're gonna keep stirring it constantly because it's gonna thicken up really quick. Alrighty, once it starts to look like this texture of blue, you're gonna wanna keep stirring it, make sure that there's no lumps, and then you're gonna turn the heat off. And I like to give it another quick stir while the heat is off, just so that nothing settles. You're gonna pour your mixture into a heat-safe container. And that, my friends, is how you make a cornstarch solution to stiffen your crochet projects. Okay, so I have the hat, a little paint bucket to lay the hat on, and the starch solution. Paint bucket's a little taller than what I want the hat to be, so I'm gonna make a circle out of this box. This is editing Jonna stepping in for a second. If you guys have any easier solutions to have the hat stay up, I would suggest using that because this box took an extremely long time. Also, the paint bucket, which you'll see later, I ended up flipping so that the handle wasn't in the way. Spoiler alert, it actually ended up spilling. I didn't realize that it was partially open. So if you're gonna use a paint bucket, make sure that it's like not a used paint bucket, or maybe use something that isn't a paint bucket. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I lowered the box a little bit lower a little more. So hopefully that should be the right height. Put the paint box back. Okay. Let's see. Can we get the paint can to stay? Okay, yeah, this is a better height. It's a much better height. Now I'm gonna start painting on the starch mixture. Okay, once the entire hat is coated in this ooze, we're gonna just flatten it out, like smooth out with my hand, and then I'm gonna shape it into the exact shape I need it to be of where I want it to dry. I have so much cornstarch left, so like you can probably half this recipe if you're making a hat this size, because look how much I have left. It's like a ridiculous amount left. Kind of wish I didn't have to waste it. And now we're gonna smooth. Ugh, it feels like snot. It's nasty. Okay. And now we're gonna take a napkin, wipe my hands. I'm gonna take another napkin and wipe and like just dab off some of the excess because there's gonna be a lot of just like excess. So you want to kind of have it as flat as possible because this is how it's going to dry. I ended up flipping the paint can so that the handle would be on the bottom because it was causing a weird bump. And I'm just filling in some of those little like crevices that didn't get any starch on it. Alrighty. Ew, starch, ew, ew, ew. Yeah, I like that. I can flatten it a little bit more than I was before. Right, so the hat is fully covered in shape. I need to clean my hands because I feel gross. Ew. Way too much starch. Definitely half the recipe. This is how the hat looks as it's laying to dry. I'm gonna clean up and then I'm gonna come back. So my idea for this costume is inspired by the Fire Nation Katara outfit. And so basically I'm just drawing out the pieces that I think I'm gonna have to make for this costume. So this is a very, very rough sketch, but I'm in a hurry. So I'm gonna work on the necklace with the dark blue and the light blue little crest. The top and the little belt kind of flaps are gonna match in the red color. And then the brown is gonna be both for the shorts and then also for like little accents on the border of the belt. Yeah, I'm gonna make this as thick in the back, but you know, basically it's gonna be like a little belt. That's how I'm gonna do the little flaps. I might end up using this burgundy for the accents instead of the brown. This I'm definitely gonna use for the shorts, but I don't know, because I feel like this is cute together. And the brown, I really kind of want it to blend in because of like the bottom part. So actually I might use this, but we'll see. I gotta make some sense of this mess of red.
Few moments later.
Finish the waistband of the shorts. I'm gonna do the rest of the shorts in a second. Had to go ahead and get my steps in. You already know. So after my little walk, I just continued with the shorts. Fun fact, this is actually my first time making shorts, so I have absolutely no idea at this point how long this is gonna take, but it's actually pretty simple, so I enjoyed it. But yeah, that was basically what I did for the rest of this night. Hello humans. So it is the day of Anime NYC. I did not finish the Katara, but I can show you the progress I made such far. But I'm just checking on the chopper hat. It is crunchy. So that much means it worked. Very stiff, which is exactly what I needed it to be. So let me see what happens when I remove it from the paint can. Will it stay? Yay! Oh my goodness! Yay! It stayed. Okay, so now I can get working on the accoutrements, but I'll do that after I come back from this first day. This is the costume. Real simple. Something slight. This is as far as I got with the shorts. It's at the point where I need to add the bridge in the middle. I'm running out of brown yarn, which is a little concerning. This is all I have left. I need to get some more. If I don't end up finishing it for the con, then I'm just gonna do it for like Comic-Con or something like that, or just for Halloween. But I mean, it's cute shorts anyway. We'll see the progress on that. I don't think I want to realistically get everything done unless I start at least the accoutrement so that when I come back, I can just sew everything together. So that's what we're about to do.
Is at the center of the platform.
Transfer is available.
It is like 6:30 a.m. I have to be up in a couple of hours for the convention. I'm exhausted, but the hat's done. It's finished. It is finished. It's morning. I'm running late. I look horrible. Look at my eyes. But guess what? It's finished. People, some of my greatest work with the hat, the chopper. Yes. Hey, play mahjong. And just look at her, she's so pretty. And then look, oh my gosh, it's everybody else, a bunch of baddies. You're on camera. And a child. Hey guys, so day three successful? Day 3 successful. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. This food. A snack for 2 snacks. Look at that. Hey. Adorable. We finna get drunk. Oh wait, can I say that on YouTube? I don't know.
One eternity later.
I didn't film an outro. This is several days later. We had a lot of fun, as you can see, at NYC. It was a whole weekend affair. I'm exhausted. Didn't get Qatar done. It's going to be a later project, but I'm proud of the hat. That's definitely one of the best things that I think I've done so far, and it's on my Etsy shop. If you want me to make you one, go ahead and order that. They're made to order. I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nap for a very long time, but I can't nap too long because guess what? Saturday's my birthday. Hopefully I can make a birthday project, but today is Wednesday. And my birthday's on Saturday. Let's see what we can do in 4 days. Do I learn? No. Bye.